Okay, so I was talking with him in there. He, of course,
Here's this for you.
spins a.
Here, I have one for each of you. This is a flyer of my daughter.
Thank you.
And so he's what?
Oops, sorry. So he, of course, spins a different yarn. Says he's lived here for a while with Candace's permission. The other guy says that he has.
We don't have a Candace. You mean Chanel?
Chanel. Sorry. So I deal with a lot of people. Sometimes I mix up names. The other guy who's in there says that he has this contract with Chanel to rent the room. He's got
Okay.
the paper signed by Chanel.
Did you guys see that?
So
Right.
Did you see that contract in the paper?
no, he didn't show it to me, but
Can you get a copy of it then?
Yeah. Can you go back in and see if he has it? I mean, he's saying he has it.
But either way, that doesn't have to do with anything what you guys have to do.
Yes, it does.
well,
What is that? How is that gonna
Number one,
do the outcome?
she would be subletting. under
Correct.
the
which is a
agreement,
violation.
Which is a violation
Correct.
of all of that.
Now,
Okay.
That's stealing funds that could be available for other people.
Correct. Okay.
That's theft of money.
Okay.
All right. So those are crimes, and you
Okay.
need that information. For all we know, they could be lying to you about that.
So
If you
should-
did you see the paper?
So Chanel
Okay.
admitted it
So
over
all
the
we
phone
know,
then,
they could be
correct?
lying to you about that lease agreement. That's
Officers
there.
have not
We'd
seen
like
the
to know
paper
if there
to
was a
even
date
see that
signed
they're
on
even
paper.
in there
That would also indicate the amount of
legitimately.
time that they were here and when
There's
that
no
agreement was
legitimacy.
instigated between these people. They're saying they have this paper, they have this lease. Can you please let them show that to you? And
Well,
I mean
it's only the one
that
guy.
makes
Aaron
more
says
that makes
he's-
more validity to their
Aaron
story.
has no reason to
But
be
it-
in
it
here.
wouldn't matter anyway because they need to be evicted.
Right.
No, they're not
But it don't
tenants.
matter.
They came
they're
in
not
and forced themselves in,
They're
and
not
now they're
tenants.
squatting, pushing my tenant out. The tenant's already left, so they have to leave.
We just talked with your sergeant here.
And you
the
need to
tenant.
arrest them for trespassing.
So-
And the tenant told you they've only been in
Right.
there 3
We were
days.
here when the tenant said that she's done with the place, she's gotten all her stuff out when on that phone call, correct? Am I correct with that?
she said she got her stuff out, but that still doesn't absolve her of her obligation here.
Okay.
This is Mr. Wood.
Okay. So what it'd come down to is you're still going to have to go through the eviction. Now, will a judge grant a short eviction? Most likely.
All right.
All right. But
We'll
you're still-
file tomorrow on them, but we need to get their full names. And
They're not willing to give you the information, and we cannot give you. The
then they need to
information.
leave. They need to be arrested.
We cannot arrest them. They haven't done anything illegal.
Yes, they have. They have.
Where's
They
their-
have
where's
no
their
right to
agreement?
be in our house. The tenant told you they forced her out. The tenant told you they are not to be in here.
Okay.
We have it recorded.
Here's the thing. We have this officer who's been out here the last 3 or 4 nights. She never makes any allegation whatsoever that she is being forced out. It all sounds like she voluntarily left.
I have recordings of her telling me the same story over and over. She told her caseworker the same story. This officer says he didn't even get pictures of the text messages.
You're right. I just seen him again though on his.
So that's hearsay, sir. That's hearsay.
You're
So if we go to
110%
court, that's
right.
hearsay.
Correct.
So
You have to go to court,
technically,
of course.
you don't have a paper. They didn't show you that they even have legitimacy to be in my property. The utilities are not in their property. They need to leave. You need to arrest them for
The
trespassing.
guy's light is in his name.
Yeah.
The
The Black Hills.
And did you see the bill?
No, we
electronic.
talked
Just got it
to-
switched like
yeah.
2 days ago, yeah.
Did
He hasn't
did
got
you
it
see a
yet.
copy of the
He just
receipt?
got it switched 2 days ago.
Well, that's hearsay. Did you see the bill?
He just got it switched 2 days
I
ago.
understand.
Did you
I
call
do-
the Black
I do
Hills?
electricity also.
These guys are saying that they switched the electricity, but yet they won't. They never called the
That isn't our
company,
job.
and they never saw the bill. So they're lying for the tenant.
No, that's not.
Could be lying.
So you're
They're
lying for the
probably are.
tenant.
They're probably lying. They probably are.
It adds more either
that's
legitimacy
not
to
criminal.
one side or the
This
other.
is- this-
The
It is criminal to push yourself into a person's home. I cannot go into my neighbors and say, "Hi, I'm here. Here's all my stuff. Now get out."
That's hearsay.
Okay.
They don't have a lease,
That's hearsay.
and you just spoke to Veronica, the caseworker, who said they are not to be in this home.
Correct.
And now you're aiding and abetting this?
Dr. Woodick.
This is a federal crime,
we're gonna
sir.
Dr. Woodick, unfortunately, the bottom line of this case tonight is that you guys are going to have to evict him. You're going to have to go.
Okay, we will go through that first thing in the morning.
So you'll just put Chanel's name on it, and then that premises, and then whoever's in the home is not supposed to be there after the eviction. So
Chanel's already left. So legally, Chanel's gone, so they are to be gone.
Okay.
This is going to go on YouTube, and I'm going to forward this to FBI. You guys are aiding and abetting. You're violating your due process.
Okay.
So just so you know, this is domestic terrorism. You're failing to protect us in our civil rights.
I could help you with tonight.
I need the 2 cards from these gentlemen, and that's all.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Well, hopefully we can get a copy of that paperwork. that
This
they
is
said
David
they did
Woods.
and everything. It'd be important to have. But it definitely, if it was dated, it would give a clear understanding of when the transaction took place. For all we know, it could have took place 2 days ago, a day ago. Or
And can I get yours, sir?
And that's why I said, I mean,
Like she said, when we go to court, the judge always asks us these kind of questions. Well, where was this? Why didn't you get this? Why didn't you do that?
I mean, you're aiding and abetting their scams. You can't do their
We
scams.
have some other calls holding.
This
kinda
is Marcus Giuliano.
The end of the quote that we need to do. So
Well, I appreciate you coming out, but
Just
we'll,
give us a call when
yeah.
the eviction comes, and we'll help you take them.
Thanks. We'll see you in our big
Thank you.
federal lawsuit too.